Hello and welcome to this timeless pick a card on what's coming up for you over the next 3 months. Like I said, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble upon it, just know that there is a message here for you today in one of these piles. You will find the links to all of the decks that I'm using, as well as opportunities to get a personal reading and ways to work with me down in the video description. But let's get to the matter at hand. What does the next 3 months hold for you, my beloved? 3 piles before you. Drop in, take a beautiful, deep, cleansing breath, and just notice which pile is really calling your attention. We have pile 1 over here to the left, pile 2 in the center, pile 3 over to the right. Which pile is speaking to you? Which pile is saying, listen to me, I've got something for you? You'll find timestamps down in the video description. So go ahead and head over to your reading and I will see you there. All right, hello and welcome to your reading, pile 1. We're taking a look at what exactly the next 3 months, whatever the next 3 months for you are when you watch this, what they have in store for you. What is it that you need to know? Where is it that you are going? And how can you open up to receiving abundance in whatever way, shape, or form that is really coming towards you? All right, so what is the overall theme of your next 3 months? Oh, I love it. We have believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you. The fairy of the northern lights says you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. What I'm really, oh, I love how that how that matches my dresser or the table. But what I really love about this is that this next chapter or this next quarter of the year really is going to show you your own magic. Many of you have spiritual gifts that you are using regularly, but you have not yet identified them as gifts. It's kind of like, this is just who I am. And Spirit is saying exactly who you are naturally, authentically is magical. And you're going to really be asked and invited to show up and use that natural ability more. Recently, perhaps you have been wrapped up in personal development and spiritual growth and healing and making yourself better and making yourself wholer. And what Spirit is really saying is at a certain point in time, you have to stop and just say, I'm okay as I am right now. There's nothing that you need to fix. There's nothing that you need to rework. You might be somebody, and I see this happen quite a bit, that is working on developing your kind of area, well, I'll say weaknesses, but I like to call them areas of opportunity, and you spend a lot of time working on them instead of just showing up and doing you, instead of just really being who you naturally are, working with your strengths, working with your magic. And the next 3 months for you is really going to show you that it can be better, it can be easier, it can be more magical when you allow yourself to be in your light and in your magic. I'm going to take a second to just bend down because one of your cards fell to the floor, and so I'm hearing it's because it's a really, really big message. Nice. Okay, so the card that dropped to the floor is family. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family is here for you. Okay, so what Spirit is really expressing to you is look to the people around you, look to your family, both biological and soul. And the beauty that you see in them, their magic, their abilities, their gifts, their what I'm hearing is like their true nature that you cherish, that I'm hearing even like worship. That is a reflection of you. Those are strengths that you yourself have. That is a gift that you embody as well. And so look to your family to really show you what magic, what parts of you you're really missing out on. And these are kind of those missing pieces. They're so strong, they're so natural, and they're so neglected as well within you. But these are the pieces that when you pull them forward and when you let them be your dominant, what you're known for, what you kind of dominate in, things are going to start happening. Things are going to start taking off for you. What a powerful message. I love that. So just, an example of that, if you have your own business and maybe you want to get it to the next level, or maybe you want to start your business, don't work on all of the things you don't know. Work on the things that you do know. And by work on them, work on letting them be out front and center. Okay? So an animal guide that's going to really help you and guide you forward over the next couple of months is the guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe. And the guinea pig is connected to Archangel Mary, Mother Mary. And there's that family energy again. Whew. So with this guinea pig energy, do your part to illuminate the universe. You came into this world with a particular and very specific set of gifts and abilities. And this is a big message, and I know it's like, okay, we've heard this, and we'll try to move forward, but you have come into the world with this magic to use. Use it. It might seem very small to you. It might seem not quite spiritual or not quite magical, but your gifts only feel that way because they are your gifts and they are your strengths. And this first, it's timeless, but if you're watching it when I release it, this first quarter of 2022 is really inviting you to tease them out, to pull them forward, to let that be what you become known for. Some of your struggle is from focusing on what you need to develop instead of what is just your natural born shit, like good stuff. So pull that forward for me, please. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the roadmap. So this month 1, whenever you're catching it, this is your month 1. It holds the energy of the 7 of air. Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. So you might be very close to kind of giving up or throwing in the towel on something, or just kind of coming into this energy of like, you know what, like if I want it, I'm just going to have to suck it up, grin, and bear it because it's going to always be this hard. And Spirit is actually saying it doesn't need to be that hard. This is kind of what you're learning, right? And what needs to happen for you in this first month is you just need to take a look at your plan. You need to take a look at the path that you have mapped out for yourself and say, am I working on things within myself that maybe I don't need to be working on? And instead, maybe I need to push things forward a little bit more, things that are natural, things that are easy, things that I'm thanked for regularly, and I almost kind of, push it aside or ignore it or act like it's no big deal. But it is a big deal for people. What you offer people is a big deal, but you don't see that because it's quite natural, it's quite easy, and this is beautiful. Now, this poor timing, what I'm picking up specifically for you is that the poor timing bit is, this video is being released first quarter of 2022. And so it's almost like you're coming up and facing this in the very beginning of a year when everybody else is all like gung-ho, we're going to go and work out every single day. Or, this is the year I take the big vacation. We're seeing a lot of people make a lot of promises to themselves. And you're maybe not really in that energy right now. And it's making you question, like, is there something wrong with me? Why do I not have these big goals, these big ambitions, these big intentions? And what I think has happened is you actually have them. You've been working on them for a while. And so that flip of a page into a new year is like, what is the big deal? Why don't I feel this new motivation or this new inspiration? And just be with that, because your plan is good and your plan is spot on. We just want to tweak it a little bit. So what small changes can you make so that you can be more in your natural abilities rather than trying to skill build and grow? How can you be with where you are and what's natural first and foremost? And that's going to set a different tone and a different pace for the rest of this quarter. Okay, so that's month 2, or month 1 moving into month 2. We have the King of Earth. Look at this, a successful time. Accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. Man. It will be a rapid shift as soon as you tweak that plan a little bit and you start putting out what you're really here to do, as opposed to kind of making it more than, or trying to make it more than what it really is, because you think who you are, what you naturally offer isn't enough. And as a result of stepping forward into your strength and letting it rip, like letting people know, like, hey, listen, my thing is, I've got a whole lot of compassion and not a ton of answers, but I will sit with you in your darkness, and I will sit with you, and I will hold space for you. That's your magic. Put that out in the world. People, not everyone can do that. Not everybody, and there are some people who try to do that and shouldn't, but that could be something that you're here for. Whatever it is that you are here for, naturally put it out into the world, and you will be met with a lot of opportunity and a lot of abundance. Month 3, 5 of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. When I see this kind of growth and I see this kind of message, it inevitably rattles the cage of some people. Because when you stop trying to be someone you're not and just be fully in who you are, that can be very triggering to others. But one of the dynamics that's really playing out here is a lot of times you're the yes girl. Like, say you work in a corporate job, or you work in any kind of office environment, and something needs to get done, but nobody has the skills for it. And really, it's not something you want to do, but you are the yes woman. You raise your hand and you say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll take it for the team. And that's exhausting you. That's depleting your energy and your resources. And so we're kind of pulling the plug on that. And now it's going to be when somebody's saying, we need somebody to go and take this course, or we need somebody to become like the notary public on site, who's going to go do it. You're not going to be raising your hand, which means somebody else is going to have to. Or you're going to be asked, why didn't you do that this time? And it's going to bring up some stuff for other people. It's going to bring up some stuff within for you. And I really want to invite you to stand your ground. Do your part to illuminate the universe. We live in a world that's all about development, growth, healing. And sometimes we become a little bit more focused on what we're not here to grow. But because we're not growing it, we think that we need to, or because it's not a strength, then we think we need to fix it, or we need to be more than who we actually are. This is a big quarter for you in regards to course correcting the rest of the upcoming year, or the next couple of months. Okay, so conflict with others, big message from Spirit for you guys. Stand your ground. Be unwavering. You've taken one for the team far too often. Let somebody else go. All right. That was a big message to end it on. It kind of was like that iron fist. But I love this energy for you, because my God, you are stepping into your authenticity. You are, you know who you are, but now you're going to stop apologizing for what your magic is, and for it being so freaking easy for you. I love it. I can't wait to hear more about it. Definitely let me know how this reading resonates in the video or in the comments. And if you feel guided, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share it with a friend. But I wanted to say, regardless if you do any or all of that or none of that, I'm so happy that you are here. And I will see you next time. All right, bye. Hello and welcome to your pile 2. We're going to take a look at what the next 3 months has in store for you, lessons to learn, things to be aware of, and then kind of a play-by-play what month 1, month 2, and month 3 has in store for you. So let's get it going with just your overall theme for the next 3 months. And we have the card Wisdom, and the imagery on this card always speaks to me. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. So pile 2, what is really weighing on you right now? And when I say weighing on you, this could be something that is sitting as heavy as a thumbtack or as heavy as a brick. But what is it that's really on your heart? What is it that's really on your mind that's maybe preventing you from moving forward or from being present where you are? Or even, third option, making peace with the past. You are an old soul. You have wisdom deep, deep within you. You have the answer. You have exactly what you need right within you. And I kind of feel like you came to this pick a card with this question already on your heart. And Spirit is saying that the answer isn't out there. It's not even here. It's within you. And your next 3 months is really about tapping into that inner wisdom and letting it become stronger, letting it become louder. Okay, now, like I said, the answer, the specific answer for you is not here in this reading, right? Like you're not getting a, yes, this is what you need to do, or no, that's not for you. Or yeah, you're going to be successful, or no, that's ship is going to sink, right? Like that's not what you're going to get here today. You're going to, well, I'm not 100% certain, but let's find out how you can really tap into this inner wisdom. So your next card is trust. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. I have to be honest, I kind of feel like you already know the answer, that perhaps you don't like it. And what's really challenging you with this answer is you don't like the time frame. You don't like the timeline. You don't like to have to, you want things faster. You want things quicker. So patience, I'm picking up, is perhaps one of your soul lessons. But I really am getting this strong sense that you know, my love, you know the answer. And now it's just, you have to believe it. You have to buy into your own wisdom. You have to sip from your own cup. You need to, drink your own tea or sip your own Kool-Aid, because you have the answer and you know it. You have to trust it. Okay. Now, what animal guide is going to be with you is going to really help you anchor into your inner wisdom and believe in it. Hyena, dare to be different. I think you know the answer, and the answer is not based on a whole lot of fact. It's based on a whole lot of intuition and claircognizance, that just knowing. The words might not even be there. It might not be like you've had a vision or you're hearing it or you're getting signs or syncs. It's just something you feel it. So I'm feeling it now, like so deep in my bones, and I'm feeling it so strongly in my heart. So while the rest of the world is looking for facts and looking for confirmation and justification, Spirit is calling to you and saying, can you dare to be the person, the woman, the dude, the man that just believes in themselves, that trusts in themselves? And Hyena will be working with you. Now, Hyena, they're known for laughing and being a little bit wild. Well, I mean, of course, they're wild animals, but it's almost as though it's that dare to be different, dare to get a little wild, dare to, pardon me, laugh about this, to not take the challenge or the download, the insights so seriously, but to go out and live your life and have a good time and then trust. Sometimes you're out living your life and it's like, whoa, I shouldn't be out here living. I need these answers. You have the answers. Go out, live. And the more you live, the more you experience the world, the more you enjoy life, the faster this is going to happen for you. And when I say that, I mean time is going to fly. So maybe you've been told like it's going to happen, but in 3 years' time. Well, 3 years is a lot of time to be sitting at home waiting for confirmation and answers. But 3 years is not a lot of time when you're out there having a blast, doing your thing, shining your light. I'm hearing like shining your light, shaking your ass, out there dancing maybe, or having a good time. Like just get out and have a good time. That is what Hyena is inviting you to do. Okay. So let's dive into month 1 of your 3-month period. Yep. Feeling that. We have the 10 of air, the end of a difficult situation. 10 of air is my 10 of swords, which is the dude lying flat with all those swords up in his back. So this is the ego death. This is time to fully buy into what it is you know, and to be less to give less space to what others know. And I know sometimes it's like, oh, but if I don't listen, if I don't actually like pay attention, am I being closed off, or am I being narrow-minded? And not with matters of the heart, not with this. Recovering from an addiction. So you may have been on a quest for some time for answers, and Spirit is really saying that time, that chapter, that quest, we're calling it a day on that. You're going to be here, you're going to be now, you're going to be in your knowing, and you're going to get out and freaking live your life, babe, and you're going to have a good time doing it. And then before you know it, you're going to have proof that you were right all along. I'm like covered in chills, and I might even cry. This is good vibes for you, okay? So that month 1, we're pulling the plug on the constant seeking of answers. We're going to get your energy into other things. All right, well done. Month 2, and remember, this is timeless. So maybe you're catching this right when I release it, and we're starting the same day, month 1. Or maybe you're catching this 6 months down the line. That's your month 1, okay? But your month 2, so what's coming up? 10 of earth. Look at that, 2 10s. 2 10s, y'all. So a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic. Here we are, finding magic in the little things in life. The reason you're on such a quest is because this is a big friggin' deal to your heart space. This matters to you. And that's why it's hard to pull away from it. And so Spirit, and you're even like noticing, you're like, yes, it's very hard for me to disconnect from the outcome, or detach from the journey or the process or the worry or the doubt or the fear that maybe I don't really know. And Spirit is saying month 2, so that comes to an end, that seeking comes to an end, month 1. Month 2, you really get yourself immersed and totally swimming in the finer things and the smaller things in life, whatever that might be to you. Things are working out, and you're going to feel that in that month 2. Whatever it is, you're going to start to see what I'm hearing called as like hints and little details of it being resolved, of it coming full circle. Play out starting month 2. But mostly I think there's going to be a lot of gratitude in the present moment rather than fear of the future, or kind of being that wrapped up in the past, which we spoke about. And then month 3, what do we have? Ooh, 4 of earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money. This is the 4 of pentacles, which really speaks to a closed off heart. Typically when I read it, not in this deck, it's like a little bit more apparent in my traditional deck, but really month 3, I think we're going to be riding a wave here, is what I'm actually seeing, riding that wave. And month 3 comes, and maybe there's this awareness that it's still not happening fast enough, and that might close you down, that might take you out of this process of enjoying life, of having a good time, of trusting yourself. So come back to the journey, come back to the process, keep riding that wave. Such a powerful message for you. Feeling this. Giving to those less fortunate. There's something there for you. Giving to those less fortunate. How can you give a little bit more in order to receive a little more? It's like month 3, you become a little stingy with your love and your heart space and your resources, because maybe you're not seeing the thing back that you want in return. And it's this call, I get it all the time myself, to keep the heart open, to keep showing up with a generous heart, knowing that you have control over it. What can you give? It's not just give, give, give. You might not be able to give all the time and to the same level or with the same consistency, and that is okay. But be mindful of month 3 feels like a month where you might want to close it all down. Throw in the towel. I almost said tablet. Don't throw your tablet. That will shatter its screen. Don't do that. But yeah, and then it's just come back to it. This is a cycle for you. And you're almost there. You're almost to the finish line. It's going to get easier. It's going to become more fluid. It's going to be, you know what, Car? I started to close down, and then I remembered I'm going to trust myself and flow forward. Okay. So that is what I have for you. Pile 2. Such good energy. Very excited for you. Let me know how this resonates for you down in the video comments. And if you feel guided and you know someone who might really really enjoy a pick a card, send it over to them. But regardless if you send it to someone or you're just watching the pick a card, getting your downloads, getting your wisdom here, I am so grateful to have you in this space. I love you, and I wish you a beautiful and magnificent and wise next 3 months. Talk soon. Bye. Hello and welcome to a little bit of a shaky camera, pile 3. This is your reading that's going to share a little bit about the next 3 months for you. So let's go ahead and just hop right into it. I'm not feeling like I need to give any words beforehand. It's just, come on, let's do this. All right, so what is the overall theme for you over the next 3 months? Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. Really curious how your inspiration, how your motivation is right now. Like, how are you really feeling on the pleasure and passion spectrum? Are you feeling lit from within? Are you feeling motivated and inspired to be here on planet Earth? Or are you like, damn, this shit is not what I remember signing up for? And you've just kind of like lost this zest for life. And really this card is making me feel like you've known for some time something is off, but you're not quite sure what it is that's off, what it is that's missing. And there's a big call for you in this reading, letting you know, just stay present over the next 3 months and watch for the things that kind of make you lean forward in your seat. Look for the things that you have on your schedule that when you wake up in the morning, you're like, ooh, I get to do that today. And what you're going to start to do when you stay present, when you make note of that, you are going to start to find ways to do it more. So I'm thinking back a couple of months ago, I was like waking up, and on the days that I had sessions scheduled, I was so excited. I was so pumped to take on the day. It just felt really, really good. But I noticed that I wasn't talking about booking sessions a lot, and I wasn't really offering the fact or sharing that I sit one-on-one with people and do readings and offer support. And so what I did was, it was a powerful shift where I started to actually create more opportunities for myself to do those one-on-one sessions. And one of those ways I got creative with it. And one of the things that I did was I started giving them away in my membership. So just an example of how that might work, where when you pay attention to the things that are getting you out of bed, or the things that, you know, we're all thinkers when we're in the shower, and we all get our best downloads in the shower, but I was very present with what it was I was really stressed about in the shower, and what it was that just felt like, oh yeah, I want to do a little bit more of that, or oh, I want to think about that a little bit more. I looked at both sides of it, and I had to let go of some of the things that I was like, oh my God, I'm dreading doing this, and step up and find more ways that I could do the things that I wanted to do. Okay. And I think that's like that kind of feels, I mean, I'm reminded of that, and I know that's for a reason. Somebody needs that message. Okay. So what's next? Yes, arrows. Direction is yours to choose today. Your inner light will guide the way. I didn't mean to get so excited and animated about that one, but I'm not going to apologize, because yes, that heart, that excitement, that, ooh, I get to do this. Those are your arrows. Those are pointing you in the direction of the work that you're here to do, and coming back from whatever energy you've been sitting in or kind of felt a little lost in or uncomfortable in. Those things that are like, yes, I want to do more of this. Oh my God, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that today. and finding ways to do that less. That's your inner compass pointing you towards this chapter. Whew, I love it. I love when readings, I don't know how the cards do it, but I'm just so grateful they do it. But I love when there's that kind of clarity and crispness in a message. I'm sorry, I cannot help but get excited about it. Oh yes. Okay, so your animal guide for the next 3 months is the goat. Act from your innate wisdom. I butcher Archangel Ptolemy every single time, and Pan, god of nature. So, I mean, it's safe to say there's some Capricorn energy. I don't know why that's so blurry, but there's some Capricorn energy in this reading. Capricorn doesn't do great when there's no direction, or when they're not working towards something, or not where they don't know where they're going. And so if you're feeling that and you're a Capricorn, welcome to your reading. But we all have that to some degree within us. And the goat spirit is really calling you forward to follow the heart, to follow that inner compass, and to trust that when you follow it, it's going to lead to better and better things every single step of the way. Don't be, this is going to be, I don't love the doomsday, and I don't like to speak this into existence, but this is going to be, I'm going to phrase it differently. This might be a little bit of a challenge. It might be a little bit of an uphill climb or mountain climb for you as you start to focus on the heart again, or as you start to focus less on the things that you don't want to do and more on the things that you do want to do, and consciously create more opportunities to do them. But it's almost like you're very heart-centered, you're very led, soul-based, and what I'm seeing is you kind of got knocked out of that for a time because you had to step out of that. But now you're coming back, and you're just got to get back into the swing of things. You got to get back into the pattern. And I absolutely have zero doubt. I'm telling you, 0% chance of staying lost. You are going to find what lights you up. You are going to find your way, and you are going to do it relatively short timeline, my love, because this is a 3-month forecast. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your month 1. Okay, so whenever you're watching this marks month 1 for you. The Chariot, if you are catching this when I release it in January, this is the card of the month. So Archangel Metatron, this is a supercharged card, number 7 in the major arcana, an important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, public recognition. Oh, wow, that's a big message, and not an uncommon one. Okay, so you guys are successful. You have had a lot of things go really well. And from the outside looking in, life should be fine and wonderful, or life looks perfect, life looks fantastic. But a lot of these achievements and awards and things that you've gotten you've been successful in, they're falling flat, or they're no longer fulfilling you. They're no longer satisfying you. Maybe they did for a time, but they're not anymore. It's kind of maybe at one point money mattered a lot to you. Having a lot of money mattered a lot. And now you make a lot of money, and it's okay, great, I have all this money, but I'm not really serving my purpose, or I have no sense of meaning, or I don't enjoy what's bringing this income in. And Spirit is just saying, be in that feeling, sit in that feeling, and know that as a result of just being there and really observing it and considering all of the energy, all of the stories and the programs and the triggers around it, it creates a lot of energy and a lot of space. Oh, they just corrected me. A lot of opportunity for movement forward, to movement into alignment with your heart and with your soul, and being able to ask yourself, what is it that I want to do? And then following the arrow. Okay, month 2, yes. Oh, I love this. So we have a very action-packed first month, and then we have a very action-packed second month. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands, events moving at a fast pace. Many things happening at once. I feel like it's not going to take very long for you to break up this energy of something being off or something not feeling 100% what you want or what you desire. We have movement, we have movement. Okay? Your month 2 is very much a continuation of this month 1. It's going to build. You're going to be going up the mountain, but what I'm picking up on for you is going up the mountain. It's like you find your rhythm, you find your groove, and it becomes easier. Maybe, we can look at month 1 as like the first time you ever go to the gym and do a core workout. And for the week after, it hurts when you sneeze, and it hurts even when you blink sometimes. And then, you show up again and you do it, and it just gets easier. The impact of it, you start to feel better about doing it, and you start to feel not as sore, not as tight, not as, quite honestly, after a core workout myself, in agony of what just happened. It's like, okay, this is easier. This is more natural. This is what we do. Okay, so it's essentially like building this, following the call, following what lights you up again, because you've done this before and you're just being asked to do it again. It's going to get easier. It's going to become more natural, and you're going to have a little bit more fun with it. Okay, but once you make that decision, a lot of the stuck energy, a lot of the things that feel stagnant or feel misaligned, they're going to move out of the way, and you're going to see what you want moved onto your path, so you can kind of pick it up and keep going. All right, and then month 3, I love it. Month 3, 2 of water, 2 of cups. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. What I really feel for you. So this relationship that continues to grow closer. This is beautiful. I have not received this for this card before, but there's going to be a union of your very practical, methodical, grounded side and your a little bit more emotional, heartfelt, heart-centered side. And that's going to blend together, and it's going to create some really beautiful harmony in your life. So rather than this relationship that grows closer together being you and another person, or even, I guess this is you and yourself. It's like these 2 aspects of your being. It can be, you can call it a bunch of different things. It could be the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the light, the dark, whatever you want to label it. Those things start to get closer together and blend and integrate. And that leaves you with a powerful potion for manifestation, creation, transformation. I know that's kind of rhyming, but those are the words that are coming in. Ooh, and I'm hearing like it's a testament to your spiritual maturity to be able to navigate these energies and blend them and then utilize them and really use them as a force for good. All right, pile 3. I love it. I love it so, so much for you. And I'm so excited with these energies. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know how this resonates. If you feel guided, if you have a soul sister or soul brother that might also love a good pick me up or pick a card, go ahead and share this with them. The more the merrier. And even if you don't, okay, whether you do or you don't, I'm really grateful to have been able to do this reading for you. And I'm really excited for your next 3 months. I can't wait to hear from you, and we will talk soon. All right, bye y'all.